generally agree that monetary policy was not the main reason for the housing bubble.
What are you, nuts? Of course monetary policy was the reason for the housing bubble. That's Ben Bernanke. Hi, I'm Phil Grande, philsgang.com. He's lying. Listen to this. In December 2000, interest rates were 6.5%. Within the next 30 months, Bernanke dropped them down to 1%. Because of that, mortgage originations grew from 1.5 trillion to 5 trillion. That was by the end of 2003. The housing bubble was inflated, and it was continued being fueled by his policies, which eventually we saw mortgages that grew from 28 trillion mortgages to 50 trillion. He lied. But here's the important thing. We were able to take advantage of that here at Phil's Gang, and we were able to make money because of it. Join my gang, philsgang.com.
Go to philsgang.com or give us a call at 877-600-4264.
Hi, my name is Phil Grande, philsgang.com. You know, every day we read in the paper or we hear on radio or TV how the market is rigged. So what? It's rigged to go up, not to go down. You know this market hasn't pulled back 10%, not 10% since 2011, and you're not in this market. You want the market to be rigged. All you got to know is when to get out before it blows up. That's why you become a gang member, philsgang.com.
Go to philsgang.com or give us a call at 877-600-4264.
Do you think gold is money?
No.
Gold's not money? You got to be kidding. That's Ron Paul asking Ben Bernanke. Of course, Ben Bernanke lied. Of course, gold is money. But here's what he doesn't want you to know. They've been suppressing gold, trying to push gold down because it competes with the dollar. The Federal Reserve doesn't sell gold. They sell dollars. Gold competes. Gold will dictate in a free market where interest rates should be. That's the last thing they want, because they manipulate interest rates. Now, has your broker told you that? Has your planner told you that? No. Well, I told my gang that. I explained it to them, and we positioned ourselves to be in a perfect position for gold and copper as it dropped. That's why you want to join my gang, Phil's Gang. We're right on top of this. philsgang.com. Join today. philsgang.com.
Go to philsgang.com or give us a call at 877-600-4264.
Hi, I'm Phil Grande, philsgang.com. I'm here to help you. I'm tired, and you should be tired, of listening to these financial shows like CNBC where they're all geniuses and they're always wrong. Look, stop worrying about the price to book and the price to sales and all the stuff they tell you you think you need to know. You don't need to know any of that. Anybody can make money in the stock market using charts. It's about money flow. Join my gang, philsgang.com.
Go to philsgang.com or give us a call at 877-600-4264.
Hi, I'm Phil Grande, philsgang.com, Phil's Gang Radio Show. You know, we just went through a 1,900-point stock market drop, fastest drop ever in 2 days. Most of you panicked. At Phil's Gang, we didn't look at it as a crash. We looked at it as an opportunity because we were short. Why? Because I was able to teach my students how to read a chart. So in advance, they would know that the market was going to go down. It's all about learning. It's always amazed me, our whole life. Someone teaches us to play baseball. Someone teaches us to ski. Someone teaches us how to drive a car. But there's nobody there to teach you how to invest in a stock. And that's where I come. I think I have the best teaching format in the country. Check it out. It's philsgang.com. So you'll be so comfortable. You don't care if the market's going down or the market's going up. Join my gang, philsgang.com.
For more information, go to philsgang.com or give us a call at 877-600-GANG. 877-600-4264. 877-600-4264.
At St. Jude Children's Research Hospital, families never receive a bill for treatment, travel, housing, or food, because the only thing a family should worry about is helping their child live.
Doctors send us the toughest cases to be treated at St. Jude, and our patients come from all over the world.
When we come here, they told me, don't worry, everything's being taken care of.
We could never repay St. Jude for what they've given us.
Because of you.
Gracias a ti.
Because of you.
There is St. Jude.
From the perspective of the U.S. economy, I think we've seen continuing signs of strength.
Continuing signs of strength? What are you, nuts? Household spending dropped to its lowest level since 2008. Retail sales dropped to its lowest level in 9 years. Wages to its lowest level in 30 years. Disposable income to its lowest level in 40 years. Home ownership to its lowest level in 30 years. What's he talking about? That's Jack Lew, our Treasury Secretary. We can't trust anything that comes out of Washington or Wall Street. And that's why I want you to join Phil's Gang. My name is Phil Grande of philsgang.com. Well, the reason you stay away from the stock market because you're fearful, because no one has taught you how to invest. You go to school to learn how to do math. You go to school to learn how to drive. Why don't you go to school to learn how to invest using charts? Join my gang, philsgang.com, the best teaching format in the country when it comes to stocks.
For more information, go to philsgang.com or give us a call at 877-600-GANG. 877-600-4264.
AMVA, and I've lost over 30K on it, but it had excellent earnings the last several quarters, and if they make the cameras and drone equipment, I don't know why it's so weak these days.
It's so weak these days because you don't pay attention to what they make. You don't care about their earnings. The problem is the institutions are pulling their money out, and that's all you need to know, and that's what we identify in the chart, and that's why I become a Phil's Gang member.
Go to philsgang.com or give us a call at 877-600-4264.
The stocks discussed on Phil's Gang are not in any way a recommendation or solicitation to buy, sell, or hold. If considering acting on information presented, we first recommend you seek out a competent, licensed professional for advice. Get ready for the radio show that tells you what Wall Street doesn't want you to know.
Oh, I'm a money magnet. Money's coming to me. Money sets me free. I'm a money magnet. Money's coming to me.
It's your daily dose of how to manage your money. And now it's time for Phil's Gang on the Off the Wall Street Radio Network. With your host, Phil Grande.
Here in Paris, let's reaffirm our commitment that resources will be there for countries willing to do their part to skip the dirty phase of development. Here in Paris, let's also make sure that these resources flow to the countries.
The Phil's Gang, coast to coast around the country, off the Wall Street Radio Network. Obama getting beat. Tell him to get off the stage. You're talking too long. What disrespect. It's incredible. You think they would have done that to Kennedy? Clinton? Reagan? I don't think so. That goes to show you what little respect they have for our president. And they should have a little respect for him. Just a few weeks after the terrorist attack in Paris, their 9/11, he goes over there to talk about the environment instead of getting organized and bomb the hell out of all their revenue centers. I'll give you an example. Obama, instead of going in and taking out their oil refineries, which would have been a big deal, he didn't take them out because he said he didn't want to hurt the civilians that were working at these refineries or the truck drivers. How ridiculous. That's not true. He just didn't want to hurt brother Muslims. And here's what he did. He significantly underestimated the amount of revenue that ISIS was taking in from oil, especially the refiners. I mean, there's two kinds. You take the crude oil, but you put it through a refiner. Now you got oil that you can use for kerosene, diesel fuel, gasoline, that sort of thing, which is very valuable. But here's what he did. As the generals kept asking him year after year, go in and get those refiners, go in and get those oil transfers, he wouldn't do it. And he said, look, it's not worth it. He said they're only getting about $100 million a year in revenue. Well, I think that's a lot of money, don't you? But he underestimated that revenue. About a month ago, the Special Ops raid produced these documents to prove that it wasn't $100 million in revenue from the sale of finished oil coming out of those refiners. It was $500 million a year. They knew that all along, but he wouldn't go in and attack the refineries because he didn't want to kill the civilians that were there. Are you kidding me? He should have been impeached for that. That's ridiculous. And that's a significant difference. $100 million to $500 million. I mean, $400 million is not a rounding error. That's enough to pay for most of the radical Muslim forces, their army, their gangsters, their butchers, twice, 3 times over. And he wouldn't go and knock out these refiners? Oh, there's only $100 million a year. That alone, he should have been impeached. But $500 million? He should be impeached 5 times over. We shouldn't let him finish out the 13 months. Are you kidding? What are you, nuts? Not taking out those refineries alone. Which you can, as I said, you convert the crude to convert to very, very valuable refined oil. I mean, to use that excuse not to kill civilians. Now we are attacking. We're attacking the oil trucks. In 1 week, they attacked and knocked out 116 tanker trucks. And they celebrated that. But why celebrate it? You shouldn't be celebrating. To me, that's not a celebration. Are you kidding? He's been allowing this crude oil to flow, especially the refined oil, for a whole year, which supports the entire economy of that whole region for everybody, fueling generators, giving them electricity, asphalt for the roads, everything. What's he, nuts? He should be impeached. You gotta be kidding me. You imagine if a year ago we knocked all that out, people would turn against ISIS. If you don't have electricity, you don't have air conditioning, you don't have good roads, you don't have all those things that come from oil, they would have turned against ISIS. What's wrong with this guy? So when they turned around this week and said they bombed 116 trucks, I wasn't celebrating it. Matter of fact, you know, these trucks were lined up. In some cases, a truck would sit there for a month. The lines were something like 4 miles long. And some of these drivers would sit there in that line for a whole month, waiting for the truck to get filled, so they could sell that oil, come back, get another load. Sit there for a whole month, 4 miles long. And we couldn't have taken that line out? What a perfect way to bomb it. They're just sitting there like sitting ducks. He wouldn't do it. This is crazy. Then they turn around and they get more money by taxing. Extortion. They have a taxing system. It's amazing. ISIS. They'll tax students. And the tax rates are varied depending on the grade that a student is in. Can you imagine? You can tax people for working previously for a religious regime. So they'll tax you if you worked for some religious regime that opposed ISIS. They'll tax you a higher rate. If you were a soldier, you get taxed another rate. If you're a teacher, another rate. This is nuts. Then you have to get an identity card that says that you repent, And then you get charged up to $2,500 for that identity card to say you have repented. And then you have to renew that identity card every year for $200. Are you kidding? Then they have all kinds of taxes on utilities and taxes on mobile phone, taxes on everything. What a deal. And we've been letting this go on and on for a year. That's terrible. They're squeezing these people. So the point is, they don't love ISIS. They're scared of ISIS. And if they knocked out those oil rigs, they knocked out those oil refiners, and it wasn't air conditioning and so forth, they would have revolted. Obama basically saved ISIS from a revolt by letting them produce oil and then produce the crude to, refined oil. Now, we do some real bad things too, especially to our seniors. We really do. Especially what we do to our seniors when they try to collect Social Security. Never mind what we do to our seniors with their savings, giving nothing, almost nothing, zero for their money. So they have to now go work a job when they're 75 years old, 80 years old, because they can't get any money at the bank. And they're not getting enough money from their Social Security, or from savings, rather. And the Social Security is very little. What we do to our seniors is almost as bad as what they do, or they're in a big sandbox to their people. Their policy, Social Security policy, is denying widows tens of thousands of dollars, which they should be getting. When I get back, we're going to talk about this. It's a real crime, what we're doing to our people here in this country. Almost as bad as what ICE is doing to their people. But we're focusing our widows, for God's sakes. We'll be right back. Take a look at some stocks next.
Want more information on this show? Go to philsgang.com or give them a call at 877-600-GANG.
Middle-class economics works.
Works? Where? Show me where it works. You tell us the unemployment rate is 5.1%, and you only get to 5.1% by making sure people don't have a job. Think of August. August, the unemployment rate went down to 5.1% because 200,000 people couldn't find a job. If they found a job, our unemployment rate would be at 10%. Isn't this amazing? Hi, I'm Phil Grande of philsgang.com. Aren't you sick of this stuff? Aren't you sick of these politicians? They keep lying to us. And you know, Wall Street does too. And how many times have you said, boy, I hate Wall Street. I hate the stock market. But that's the best place in the world to make money. But you need a lesson. You need a lesson on how to invest. That's where I come in. Join my gang, philsgang.com. It's the best teaching format in the country when you want to learn how to invest in stocks. philsgang.com.
For more information, go to philsgang.com or give us a call at 877-600-GANG. 877-600-4264.
From the perspective of the U.S. economy, I think we've seen continuing signs of strength.
Continuing signs of strength? What are you, nuts? Household spending dropped to its lowest level since 2008. Retail sales dropped to its lowest level in 9 years. Wages to its lowest level in 30 years. Disposable income to its lowest level in 40 years. Home ownership to its lowest level in 30 years. What's he talking about? That's Jack Lew, our Treasury Secretary. We can't trust anything that comes out of Washington or Wall Street. And that's why I want you to join Phil's Gang. My name is Phil Grande of philsgang.com. Well, the reason you stay away from the stock market because you're fearful, because no one has taught you how to invest. You go to school to learn how to do math. You go to school to learn how to drive. Why don't you go to school to learn how to invest using charts? Join my gang, philsgang.com, the best teaching format in the country when it comes to stocks.
For more information, go to philsgang.com or give us a call at 877-600-GANG. 877-600-4264.
What is Phil's Gang?
philsgang.com is a subscription website service that host Phil Grande has been teaching and providing daily stock investment recommendations for over 15 years, all in the name of making its customers educated investors and helping the kids at St. Jude's Children's Hospital. If you want to take charge of your financial future, then do not wait any longer. For only $49.95, become a Phil's Gang member today. Go to philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. At philsgang.com, we promote core technicals and chart analysis that enables each Phil's Gang member to be the best investor they can be. At philsgang.com, stock investing is defined in detail by the Phil's Gang standards. Working together, we achieve our goals and ultimately provide a truly unique profit-taking experience for our members. This is what philsgang.com does, and no one does it better than the off-the-Wall Street maverick, Phil Grande. For over 15 years, Phil coaches and teaches that stock investing diversity goes beyond fundamentals and stories. We believe that amazing things happen when people invest in themselves by following Phil's format and recommendations. At philsgang.com, we believe in the desire to embrace, build, and deliver on our core values and promises. And for over 15 years, Phil Grande has delivered on that promise. For more information, go to philsgang.com or give us a call at 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264.
Hi, I'm Phil Grande, philsgang.com. You know, it used to be, hey, what's that hot stock? There's no hot stocks anymore. You know what it's all about now? It's identifying when to get in the market, when to get out. And why? Because the market is rigged. It's rigged to go up. There's nothing better. It's free to go up. It's called quantitative easing. Join my gang, philsgang.com. Have fun with us in a rigged market.
Go to philsgang.com or give us a call at 877-600-4264.
Hi, I'm Phil Grande of Phil's Gang. You know, on May 29th, I warned that a stock market crash was coming. I also warned in July. Both times, I was watching my technology, my PT2 chart, and it turned from green to red. Both in May and July, we had substantial warnings. We saw the industrials fall. We saw that the Chinese market was falling, was getting worse. Oil was falling. Copper was falling. Everything was falling. But again, CNBC was telling you, hey, things are cheap. Diversify. Everything's wonderful. But my chart was giving me something different. And on both those occasions, both in May and July, I told my gang, let's short the stock market now, because my PT2 chart indicated a sell-off was coming in. And we did. And we had a wonderful ride all the way down. Join my gang, Phil's Gang.
For more information, go to philsgang.com or give us a call at 877-600-GANG. 877-600-4264. Welcome back to the Phil's Gang Show. This segment is brought to you by philsgang.com.
What greater rejection of those who would tear down our world than marshaling our best efforts to save it? We have come to Paris to show our resolve. This is a turning point. That this is the moment we finally determined we would save our planet.
Well, that's delusional. It is delusional for President Obama and Hillary Clinton and anyone else to say that climate change is our near-term most severe security threat. It is ISIS, period, followed closely by Iran and perhaps Russia.
And retirement. Matter of fact, retirement is first. Welcome back to Phil's Gang. Retirement is first. Let me give you a phone number, 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-GANG. And Denise will take your call. Stephen. Tell them you want information on joining the gang. And here's one reason why you want to join the gang is because if they do raise interest rates, if they raise them, you want to follow me with the emerging market stocks. Let me give you two. I'll give you two symbols. EM, that's the emerging market stocks, exchange traded fund. An individual stock, okay, is an individual stock is Brazil. That's EWZ. So an individual stock, emerging market stock, EWZ, that's Brazil, and you got the exchange traded fund, which is a bucket of them, which is EM, and because they are going to be affected big time. The impact of a rate hike on emerging markets are going to be really felt by this group, emerging markets, because capital outflows will really accelerate. Money will return back here real quick to the U.S. And these higher interest rates going to make it real expensive for overseas borrowers to service their debt. So you want to be short. Now, my gang, I already have in position for this. We have what we call a sell short order. It's an advanced order. We already have our order in advance. So if they do raise rates, then we'll be in position. And that's why you want to join the gang, because that's what we do all the time. We always have our gang positioned. And the one thing we do is we make sure we stay with we focus on 5 stocks. Brand names, real good brand names, best stocks in the world. Brand names, Schlumberger, Goldman Sachs, Intel, Caterpillar, IBM. Same stocks every day. We go through these stocks. We're always ahead of it. Whether the stock goes down, we make money, or goes up. And that's the way you make money in the business. So if you want to join the gang, it's $49.95 a month. Just call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-GANG. And Stephen and Denise are there, and they'll take your phone call. We were talking just a moment ago about what was going on with ISIS and oil, and what a terrible situation. We should have been knocking these oil refiners out. And remember, oil, people don't understand just how important oil is to our economy. If oil continues to keep going down, and hopefully by knocking this oil out, we'll get oil prices back up. But if oil keeps going down, it's going to really damage our stock prices. Really damage our stock prices. And that's why when you invest with me, we never buy or sell oil or the oil companies. We stay with the oil service companies. They're much better. Just like gold. We stay with the gold mining stocks, much better than the actual gold. In both those cases, oil, stay with services. Don't go with the oil. Gold, stay with the mining. But I want to finish up on, we're talking about how we're just as cruel in this country as they are. ICE is in some situations. Social Security is terrible. The people who take care of the Social Security system. They deny widows tens of thousands of dollars by not taking steps to fix simple mistakes. These lazy bureaucrats. Example, take a 63-year-old woman, a widow. Let's call her Sarah, who comes through Social Security to file for a survivor's benefit on her deceased husband or ex-husband. And she's got the work records there and fill them out and so forth. And let's assume that Sarah's widow benefit is $2,000 per month, and at her own age of 62, early retirement benefits, let's say, is $2,000 a month. Sarah is under no requirement to file for her retirement benefit at 62. She can wait until she's age 70 to file at 70. It will start at a 76% higher level. She can wait. But the Social Security staffer files Sarah for both benefits. Not supposed to do that. In doing so, the staffer leaves Sarah with just $2,000 widow's benefit, because you can only collect the larger of the two benefits if you have filed for both. What are you, nuts? In filing for her retirement benefit, the Social Security staffer produces not a single penny more in benefits for Sarah. But by doing, he winds up preventing Sarah from filing for her own retirement benefit when she reaches age 70. Thereby prevents her from collecting $3,500 or $250 per month in her retirement benefits instead of $2,000 per month in widow benefits. So the staffer would have deprived Sarah of the ability to collect $18,240 more per year from age 70 through 100 if she lived that long. This is stupid. This is unfair. It's a disgrace. This is our system. If you multiply Sarah's $18,240 by 30 years, that's over $500,000 she's getting screwed. Are you kidding? There's millions and millions of widows in the country that have been treated this way by Social Security, by some dumb bureaucrat. And a lot of the widows, you have no idea has happened to you. You don't have the knowledge. You don't have the knowledge that you could be receiving much higher benefits. You got to get on the phone, go to your kids, go to a lawyer, someone take care of your state, and have them look into this. Have them look into this. This is a disgrace. Let's take a look at the market. Let's go to our stock. Let's take a look at oil services. I want to take a look at RIG. RIG. If you're going to buy RIG, right now is not the time. You should be selling RIG, taking your money out of RIG. That's what my chart is telling you. It is 28 past the hour, and Phil's gang will be back with more stocks.
Want more information on this show? Go to philsgang.com or give them a call at 877-600-GANG.
They just told us right away that we're going to house you, we're going to feed you, and every single one of his medical bills is just all taken care of.
Saber que el tratamiento es completamente gratis nos quita una preocupación de encima.
We have phenomenal research, outstanding clinical care, and the generosity of public, which allow us to treat patients regardless of what it takes. And that's what makes St. Jude so magical.
At St. Jude Children's Research Hospital, families never receive a bill for treatment, travel, housing, or food, because the only thing a family should worry about is helping their child live.
Doctors send us the toughest cases to be treated at St. Jude, and our patients come from all over the world.
When we come here, they told me, don't worry, everything's been taken care of.
We could never repay St. Jude for what they've given us.
Because of you.
Gracias a ti.
Because of you.
There is St. Jude.
Generally agree that monetary policy was not the main reason for the housing bubble.
What are you, nuts? Of course monetary policy was the reason for the housing bubble. That's Ben Bernanke. Hi, I'm Phil Grande, philsgang.com. He's lying. Listen to this. In December 2000, interest rates were 6.5%. Within the next 30 months, Bernanke dropped them down to 1%. Because of that, mortgage originations grew from 1.5 trillion to 5 trillion. That was by the end of 2003. The housing bubble was inflated, and it was continued being fueled by his policies, which eventually we saw mortgages that grew from 28 trillion mortgage to 50 trillion. He lied. But here's the important thing. We were able to take advantage of that here at Phil's Gang, and we were able to make money because of it. Join my gang, philsgang.com.
Go to philsgang.com or give us a call at 877-600-4264.
Do you think gold is money?
No.
Gold's not money? You got to be kidding. That's Ron Paul asking Ben Bernanke. Of course, Ben Bernanke lied. Of course, gold is money. But here's what he doesn't want you to know. They've been suppressing gold, trying to push gold down because it competes with the dollar. The Federal Reserve doesn't sell gold. They sell dollars. Gold competes. Gold will dictate in a free market where interest rates should be. That's the last thing they want because they manipulate interest rates. Now, has your broker told you that? Has your planner told you that? No. Well, I told my gang that. I explained it to them, and we positioned ourselves to be in a perfect position for gold and copper as it dropped. That's why you want to join my gang, Phil's Gang. We're right on top of this. philsgang.com. Join today. philsgang.com.
Go to philsgang.com or give us a call at 877-600-4264.
Hi, I'm Phil Grande, philsgang.com. You know, many people left the stock market after the crash, and here's why.
Responsibility begins and ends with our partners and our shareholders, and that's it.
And that's still going on. That's your planner. They don't represent you. They represent themselves, your money manager. But you have to make a change. You can't change them. You make the change. Join my gang, philsgang.com, so that we can take care of you. philsgang.com.
Go to philsgang.com or give us a call at 877-600-4264.
From the perspective of the U.S. economy, I think we've seen continuing signs of strength.
Continuing signs of strength? What are you, nuts? Household spending dropped to its lowest level since 2008. Retail sales dropped to its lowest level in 9 years. Wages to its lowest level in 30 years. Disposable income to its lowest level in 40 years. Home ownership to its lowest level in 30 years. What's he talking about? That's Jack Lew, our Treasury Secretary. We can't trust anything that comes out of Washington or Wall Street. And that's why I want you to join Phil's Gang. My name is Phil Grande of philsgang.com. Well, the reason you stay away from the stock market because you're fearful, because no one has taught you how to invest. You go to school to learn how to do math. You go to school to learn how to drive. Why don't you go to school to learn how to invest using charts? Join my gang, philsgang.com, the best teaching format in the country when it comes to stocks.
For more information, go to philsgang.com or give us a call at 877-600-GANG. 877-600-4264.
Hi, I'm Phil Grande of Phil's Gang. Remember, on May 29th and July 28th, I said to short the market. The market was going to experience a correction. How did I know? My PT2. Check it out. This is not a crash for us. We're experiencing a correction because we are now making money on our stocks because we're shorting it. Using our PT2 identified for us when they were pulling their money out, both in May and July, and we were right there to pull our money out too. Join my gang, philsgang.com.
Go to philsgang.com or give us a call at 877-600-GANG. Welcome back to the Phil's Gang Show. This segment is brought to you by philsgang.com.
Yeah, what a lot of people are worried about is that it's just another reason to underweight emerging markets, that the Fed is hiking. There's this traditional thought that higher interest rates in the US, stronger dollar is bad for EM. We found evidence that that's not really necessarily the case. The good thing about EM is everyone hates them. The good thing about EM is that they look cheap.
No, the real reason EM you want to short EEM, the emerging markets, because higher interest rates will kill the emerging markets. So join my gang. Let me give you the number: 877-600-gang. Steve's right there. You can answer your call, or Denise. Now, remember, we keep 5 stocks. Now, the beautiful thing about what we do, focusing on these same 5 stocks, back in June, we shorted Schlumberger in June. And we stayed short, and we got out of that short in October. That's right, in October. June to October. It was about a 20% return. I'm not saying every gang member made 20% return. That's the potential they had. Where they decided to get in was up to them. But that's where we identified for them on the 5 stocks, one of our 5. Okay, now this stock is going to drop. Now follow us. Here's what you do. It's up to them to do it. And if you make money, all I ask my gang to do, that's why it's only $49.95. There's no service like mine for $49.95. They'll charge you $100 a month, $200, $500 a month in some cases, because we're here to help St. Jude. We've been doing this for 15 years. Because the majority of St. Jude funding comes from people like you, my individual gang members. So, and it's amazing what they do. They don't pay a penny. The families never receive a bill from St. Jude for treatments, travel, housing, food, nothing. We've been doing this for years. It's a great organization. We say to our regular, let me help you. I'll reach out to you. And if we do good by you and take these 5 stocks, at the end of the year, you're making money, please, you can just, it's real easy. You can make a donation through a program they have called Partner in Hope, just $25 or anything you want. And a real easy way to give to St. Jude is have your gift deducted from your paycheck. It's really quick. It's easy. It's efficient. And all you have to do is just to get a contact St. Jude, they'll give you a pledge form. And that pledge form goes to your payroll representative, and you get started helping the kids of St. Jude. It's real simple. So check it out. So we'll help you. Again, I think if they raise these rates, I don't think they're going to raise rates. I don't think they're going to raise rates. Remember what she said? Aunt B said her decision to raise rates is very much the data dependent. Now, we know she's a liar. Because if it was truly data dependent, we'd be nowhere near raising rates. She couldn't even talk about it. It was really data dependent. If that was true, how could she raise rates when the Atlanta Fed today came out and said, projecting the fourth quarter growth is not going to come in at 2.3%, but a terrible 1.4%. That alone, she would not be able to raise rates this month if she wasn't a liar. And how about, think about this. If you go back, look at the past 7 years, the economic output has grown the slowest since the Civil War. Then if you look at Dallas Fed manufacturing numbers, grew at a slower pace for the second straight month in November. Main Street, the economy still sucks. It's falling, while Washington keeps piling up debt and more debt on our kids, our grandkids. That's data, isn't it? And Congress, they can't rein in any of our welfare state spending. They don't raise the taxes needed to pay the nation's bills or the welfare state. They just don't. Americans haven't recovered. Do you know we lost $5 trillion in equity during the dot-com crash, $7 trillion during the housing crash, and they're saying the third one, which we're in right now, the QE crash, be something like $15 trillion. So if take $5 trillion, $7 trillion, we haven't clawed that back. We still have 4 million houses still upside down. We have less than 50%. We clawed back less than 50% of those losses. Isn't this data? Real business investment? It's anemic. 0.8% per year. Are you nuts? Of course, the payroll job count, horrible. 0.1%. Real medium family incomes growth? Are you kidding? You nuts? Drop 8%. 8%. And the number of full-time middle-class jobs went up just 3%. The real net worth of the bottom 90% of the population has dropped by 1/4. The number of food stamps and disability aid recipients have more than doubled to 59 million, about 1 in 5 Americans. Food stamps are growing 72 times faster than jobs. And you got to love Black Friday. Don't you love how CNBC, their narrative on Black Friday, like everybody's making all kinds of money now? What are you, nuts? Black Friday was a bust, but you wouldn't listen. You wouldn't know that. Listen to CNBC. Can you imagine these people getting up, break of dawn, rush down to their favorite store, sit there, freeze, and wait for it to open, only to be duped? To be duped into thinking that they're getting a big deal, the best deal ever? How stupid. All these companies are doing is just sucking them in, using the sale to suck you into making bad decisions. And then you leave the store with crap you don't need just because it was half price. The coat is half. You buy a $500 coat because it was half price, you'll never use it. You buy a toaster that was half price, you already got one. You buy an espresso machine, you'll sit there and you'll have your scarf on it, your hat on it, your wallet on it. You'll never use it after once too complicated. Never use the darn thing. You probably even pick up one of those dopey movies they have at the checkout. Notice the checkout counters, you got these old movies. Who buys those? Who buys those movies at the checkout counter? I wish somebody would tell me. I'd like to meet the person who buys a movie at the checkout counter. That's a scam. But here's the worst part about it. What people don't realize about Black Friday. What a terrible disservice they're doing to the people. All the other days of the year, people are trying to be disciplined, trying to be frugal, trying to cut back on their debt. And this one day, they can go out there and be stupid. And then they break their diet, so to speak, and they go back to their old ways. That's how I look at Black Friday. What's black about it is you take a group of people who've been struggling, who's on part-time jobs, not making money, they've been disciplined, and that one day, it's like a guy on a diet or a woman on a diet, that one day they're going to eat. Yeah, that one Friday they're going to eat whatever they can. Yeah, that'll last long. Stupid. Retail sales were a bust. Big disappointment. Worse than last year. Down by 10%. Of course, people aren't working. If they're working, they're on a part-time nothing job. 80% of the Christmas shopping is done by the old-fashioned brick and mortar, not by online. You know what most people don't realize about online? Their returns are so high. Last year, 28.7% of the stuff that was bought online was returned. But if you listen to CNBC, oh my God, you would think this Christmas shopping, Black Friday, was just unbelievable. So if Yellen was truly data dependent, there she is. If she's data dependent, why would she raise rates knowing that the retail sales of this Black Friday was a bust? 10% drop by 10% over last year. I thought she said she was dependent on data dependent to make her decision. I don't think so. Are you kidding? Know what it shows? Weakness in jobs. That's what it confirms. Hey, we'll be right back. It's 43 past the hour here in Phil's Gang. Join my gang. Help St. Jude, too. 877-600-GANG.
Want more information on this show? Go to philsgang.com or give them a call at 877-600-GANG.
Middle-class economics works.
Works? Where? Show me where it works. You tell us the unemployment rate is 5.1%, and you only get to 5.1% by making sure people don't have a job. Think of August. August, the unemployment rate went down to 5.1% because 200,000 people couldn't find a job. If they found a job, our unemployment rate would be at 10%. Isn't this amazing? Hi, I'm Phil Grande of philsgang.com. Aren't you sick of this stuff? Aren't you sick of these politicians? They keep lying to us. And you know, Wall Street does too. And how many times have you said, boy, I hate Wall Street. I hate the stock market. But that's the best place in the world to make money. But you need a lesson. You need a lesson on how to invest. That's where I come in. Join my gang, Phil's Gang. philsgang.com. It's the best teaching format in the country when you want to learn how to invest in stocks. philsgang.com.
For more information, go to philsgang.com or give us a call at 877-600-GANG. 877-600-4264.
Hi, I'm Phil Grande at philsgang.com. You know, many people left the stock market after the crash, and here's why.
Responsibility begins and ends with our partners and our shareholders, and that's it.
And that's still going on. That's your planner. They don't represent you. They represent themselves, your money manager. But you have to make a change. You can't change them. You make the change. Join my gang, philsgang.com, so that we can take care of you. philsgang.com.
Go to philsgang.com or give us a call at 877-600-4264. At philsgang.com, we promote core technicals and chart analysis that enables each Philsgang member to be the best investor they can be. At philsgang.com, stock investing is defined in detail by the Philsgang standards. Working together, we achieve our goals and ultimately provide a truly unique profit-taking experience for our members. This is what philsgang.com does, and no one does it better than the off-the-Wall Street maverick, Phil Grande. For over 15 years, Phil coaches and teaches that stock investing diversity goes beyond fundamentals and stories. We believe that amazing things happen when people invest in themselves by following Phil's format and recommendations. At philsgang.com, we believe in the desire to embrace, build, and deliver on our core values and promises. And for over 15 years, Phil Grande has delivered on that promise. For more information, go to philsgang.com or give us a call at 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264.
Be sure to watch the Phil's Gang Show with Phil Grande, weekdays at 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on various devices like smartphones, tablets, your computer, and more. Get free access to the Phil's Gang Show right in your hands at home or on the go. Simply go to philsgang.com. That's philsgang.com and click on the Listen Live link. And we'll see you on the charts.
Hi, I'm Phil Grande of Phil's Gang. You know, on May 29th, I warned that a stock market crash was coming. I also warned in July. Both times, I was watching my technology, my PT2 chart, and it turned from green to red. Both in May and July, we had substantial warnings. We saw the industrials fall. We saw that the market, the Chinese market, was falling, was getting worse. Oil was falling. Copper was falling. Everything was falling. But again, CNBC was telling you, hey, things are cheap. Diversify. Everything's wonderful. But my chart was giving me something different. And on both those occasions, both in May and July, I told my gang, let's short the stock market now, because my PT2 chart indicated a sell-off was coming in. And we did. And we had a wonderful ride all the way down. Join my gang, Phil's Gang.
For more information, go to philsgang.com or give us a call at 877-600-GANG. 877-600-4264. Welcome back to the Phil's Gang Show. This segment is brought to you by Phil's Talking Trader Stock Charts.
And welcome back to Phil's Gang. The Dow's up 148 points, but don't get caught up in this rally of 148 points. You had to be in before this rally. The rally's the bonus. The reason why we're rallying today, it's all noise. It's called noise. It's rallying because there's going to be an announcement shortly that the ECB, let's say that's the equivalent of our Federal Reserve, they're going to announce they're going to drop rates again in Europe, and they're going to do more quantitative easing, which means they take money, they buy their bonds to drop the bonds down, the yields, so they're not very attractive, forcing people to go into the stock market, pushing stocks up artificially. That's what we did here for almost, 2009 to 2012. Then we went to stock buybacks, creating a huge bubble. Look, that's why you should join my gang. You stay with my same stocks with me every day. You don't get in trouble. Well, listen to this. I couldn't believe this. Listen to this.
Kimberly Clark is the stock I've been recommending since my first week at Goldman Sachs, and that is now more than 30 years ago, and I continue to recommend it. I think management's terrific, and I say, buy, buy, buy!
Management's terrific. That's his idea of buying. Management is terrific. I don't care who management is. I don't even want to know the guy's name. I don't want to know the free cash flow. I don't want to know about price to sales, price to book, anything that measures management's qualifications or how they're doing. I don't care about the manager. You know what I care about, Kimberly Clark? I go and I look, and I bring my chart back, and I look for the institution money going in and going out. Are you kidding me? Every stock you buy has 4 phases to it. When a stock drops, let's say it goes down 5, 10%, whatever, and its turn starts going up, that's the first phase. You buy on the second phase. They call it the breakout phase. Between the second phase and the third phase is where you make all of your money. You got to be in that phase. If you don't catch the two, the second step to the third step, second phase to third phase, you don't catch it. That's where the bulk of the money goes in. When you reach the third phase, it's over. The institutions pull their money out, and you can see it clearly on the chart. Now, if they're not, you stay in. He wants you to get into the third phase. Into the third phase. The probability of it going higher is so low. When you would get into phase 2, the second step, the second phase, that's where the probability is huge. And that's why by staying with the same 5 stocks every day, we follow the cycle on each one of those stocks. So we're always at the cycle that makes us the most money, where the probability is the highest. And that's why I want to reach out to you and tell you, please follow me. Not those stupid 401ks that they're stealing your money every day, and the money they steal, especially trading, but you don't see it every day. They trade your stock. They day trade your stock every day. And they hide all those commissions in the net asset value of your 401k so you don't see it. You don't see it. Has anyone contacted you and said, gee, if the dollar is going up, I mean, they're going to raise rates, we better position your portfolio that we have you in where you're going to take advantage of the emerging markets. So when they drop, you'll make money. Has anyone done that for you? Did you get a phone call? Check your cell phone. See if they called you. Your 401k people, your managers. See if they called you today. I don't think so. I don't think so. Now, we're talking about data dependent. My God, what more data do you need? Just what it told us about Black Friday being 10% worse than last year at the same time is it's not working. The economic programs that we have in this country to create jobs is not working. It's telling us, yes, you're creating jobs, but you're creating the wrong jobs, for heaven's sakes. The jobs you are creating 1.3 million waitress bartenders jobs, but you lost 1.7 million jobs in the oil field, like Schlumberger, Halliburton, Baker Hughes. There are 600,000 people who work in this service area. 180,000 have been fired, laid off. They make an average of $70,000 to $100,000 each. They were replaced. The people who lost those jobs, the 180,000 people that lost $70,000 to $100,000 a year, are now making $35,000 a year under Obama, because he's into redistribution of wealth, not productivity. Now, then you have a multiplier effect. On top of that, you have the companies that provide build all the machinery, manufacture all the equipment for Schlumberger and Halliburton, Baker Hughes. So they laid them off. Those people got laid off. Another 125,000 people. They make $72,000 to $80,000 a year. Now they're working for $35,000. Now you understand why that this Black Friday rather, was disappointing, down 10% over last year. But I thought she said she was going to be dependent on data. If she moves up interest rates, it's because they panicked. They panicked. And they think they can just move it up one time and that'll be it. And there'll be all kinds of caveats to it. Well, we're going to move it up, but we can move it right back down. Are you kidding? Stock valuations are a function of earnings and interest rates. Interest rates. Remember, interest rates are really crucial. They're crucial to valuations. Interest rates really determine the valuations of both individual stocks and the overall market. She better do some thinking here. Now, what's more important in interest rates, what she's not talking about, much more important than raising rates or not raising them, is the commodity prices like oil and copper. Both very critical to our market, even more so than interest rate hikes, which she doesn't talk about. If oil prices continue to drop, stock prices will start falling off a cliff. And if oil starts collapsing, the stock market around the world will collapse. There's no demand. There's no demand. Oil is falling because there's no demand. We have an oversupply of oil. It's unbelievable. When oil demand drops, it's a sign that economic growth itself sucks. And she doesn't get that? And she's going to raise rates? What are you, nuts? And that's happening right now. Our economy is not growing. We just got word today from the Atlanta Fed who said what? That our economic growth is not going to be 2.3% for the fourth quarter. It's going to be 1.4%, for heaven's sakes. What is wrong with these people? What is wrong? There will be a panic selling in your mutual fund. You watch. This is bad. Because if we keep doing this, if our oil prices keep dumping, and we keep building this inventory of 2.3 million every day, that's up from 1.8 million, which also tells us the economy is slowing. Think about this. We are building inventory every day, 2.3 million. Then it goes up another 1.8 million. We keep on building it every day. Another 2.3 million, another 1.8 million. Stuff we can't sell. And then people are getting laid off left and right in the oil sector. And she doesn't get that? And she's saying, oh, the economy's good? And the other thing, how can she say there's inflation when they're forcing down oil? I mean, forcing down gold. That's what's amazing to me. Gold. It's money. But see, they're going to keep pushing it down. The Fed's going to keep pushing it down, keep influencing that price down, because they don't want it to mess with their interest rates. The last thing these gangster banksters, this private banking, the syndicate of bankers want is for gold to dictate where interest rates will be. What good is having a printing machine if you can't dictate where interest rates are? And that's the problem. If gold is strong, gold dictates where interest rates are. But if you can suppress gold, and that's what they've been doing since the 60s, they've been dumping gold reserves left and right. They set up this company called London Gold Pool. And they set the price at $35, and they kept selling off their gold and selling off from 25,000 tons right down to 8,000 tons. Imagine that. And I'll tell you the rest of that story tomorrow. We'll see you on the charts. Join my gang, Phil's gang.
You have been listening to Phil's Gang with your host, Phil Grande, on the Off the Wall Street Radio Network. Off the Wall Street Radio Network. Remember to visit Phil's website at philsgang.com. That's philsgang.com. Or call the office, 877-600-4264. That's 877-600-4264.
It's up to me.